Hit it, maestro.
After the party, it's the after party.
Oh shit, you remember?
I was on you too.
Yeah. Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated. Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated. We the one. We the one. Yeah, out of the darkness I rose up. Golden my soul, it's a gold rush.
Digital Gumbo Podcast, After Poddy number 11. The language, how does our disclaimer go? The Digital Gumbo
Whatever.
Podcast.
Hide your wives, hide your kids.
There it is. Contains language that some may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. T. Petty, a woman who claimed to give birth to 10 babies, was admitted to a psychiatric ward. She lied. Black Mother Hubbard, please give us your thoughts on this.
Obviously, it's something wrong with you if you got 10 kids. So lying about the fact that you have 10 kids means there's something doubly wrong with you. So she's in the right place because that don't even make no damn sense. What are you hoping to get out of saying that?
Now, when you say lied about having 10 kids, did she lie about having 10 kids right now at that one time? Or that she didn't have kids at all? Like, what do you mean by lying that she had 10 kids? Because some people have 10 kids and they could be spaced out. They could be different babies, mothers and all kind of stuff.
She said that she gave birth to multiples, like a litter of children, 10 children at one time. I don't think that's ever been documented. Well, I mean, it was fake. She lied anyway.
Wow. So she said she gave birth for 10 kids at one time and was coming to the hospital for treatment.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah. Wow.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Get out of here.
In the words of Andrew Dice, oh shit, was that some fireworks? I thought I just heard fireworks.
It was, but not over here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe it was over here.
Okay.
I can't tell with these damn headphones on.
Gotcha. In the words of Andrew Dice Clay, there wasn't a woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, her uterus fell out.
I thought you was going to say his other joke, but that was Mother Goose,
yes,
not Mother Hubbard. Yeah.
Good
I was
old
about
Mother
to say,
Goose.
Oh, don't do it.
I won't finish it.
Don't finish it.
Okay. This guy, he was drinking 12 energy drinks a day, and he had a heart attack. Now he has his public service campaign to tell kids not to drink energy drinks. Drees.
You drank 12 of them a day?
12 energy drinks a day.
That's a lot of drinks, right? But I've heard of people like, when you drink like soda or pop or whatever, like people do drink a lot of soda in a day, right? But I guess he was drinking the energy drinks. That's just like, I'm surprised he's still alive. So like that was what happened to him was probably the least the least serious thing that could probably happen to you for drinking 12 energy drinks a day.
Good Lord, 12 energy drinks a day.
That's ridiculous. What is the reason? Like, I have never drank energy drinks. I don't even really drink caffeine. Y'all know that. So I don't understand the appeal. But I understand that when you drink it, like your heart starts beating a little bit fast, you feel a little bit jittery, and it lasts for hours. So I can't imagine what the hell was going on that you're drinking 12 of those a day and thinking there would be no ill effects. He's lucky he's still alive. That's just stupid.
Think about that, like T. Petty and Nook, right? It's 24 hours in a day. Say you sleep 8 of those hours.
I wish.
Right? Yeah, if you, I'm just saying, if you do, then it's like, man, like that means you drinking a drink at least every hour.
Right.
Every hour and a half, you knocking another one down.
Can you believe that? That's a lot.
Yeah. And you already said the effects last several hours, so you ain't even giving it that time to wear off.
I saw, like, was it a case of, like, he formed the habit, and so when he was drinking it, it didn't have the same effect? Like you getting high? Was that it?
It had an effect on his heart because that's a 12 a day. Damn.
Well, how long was he drinking at that volume to have a heart attack, I wonder?
At least a year, I believe.
What the hell?
A year?
Hell nah.
No, I think you would die after a week. That can't be possible.
Well, he probably built his way up to the 12. Like, he didn't start off mainlining 12 energy drinks a day.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah, you built up just like... said 2017.
Well, you know what, y'all, we actually might be thinking about this all wrong. he might be working it in reverse. Like if he was on meth and he was coming down to 12 drinks a day, it would sound reasonable. So maybe he was coming off something that was stronger. So maybe that's it. Maybe we're thinking about it the wrong way.
Maybe.
That's disturbing.
Drees, this man got charged with a felony. He stole 42,000 pounds of pistachios.
Listen, 42. You said 42,000 pounds.
42,000 pounds of pistachios.
Okay, that had to be a truck, right? Or several truckloads of pistachios that you stole.
Yes.
So he was okay. My thing is like, one, kudos for him for pulling off. That's officially a caper, a heist. Because in order to pull that off, you got to think that through. You got to plan that to be able to get that much. Now, I would give him some more props if he figured out a way to sell it or get rid of it. Because the other thing, you can steal 42,000 pounds of pistachios, but what you going to do with it? How you going to unload that? How you going to turn that into money? Because nobody just wants to sit on 42,000 pounds of pistachio, a lifetime supply of pistachios with no cash.
That's crazy. They said they recovered about 2,000 pounds, a ton of the pistachios. I don't know where the rest of the nuts went. T. Petty, there are increasing nut thefts in the United States and the world. Please discuss. That's a funny ass phrase. Nut thefts.
I can't imagine why anybody would want to do that. But some of these nuts are expensive. Pistachios being one. Macadamia nuts, expensive AF. So, but I don't know what would be leading to a rash of nut thefts all of a sudden. I
think this is
no insight into that.
I think this is an international crime because he sold 42,000 pounds. Think about it. He sold 42,000 pounds of pistachio. They only recovered 2,000. That means 40,000 tons of it disappeared. It's probably on a ship, a container somewhere going to another country. He sold it. He was the middleman. He had a supplier waiting for that, and he just shipped it to his supplier.
Okay,
it's on a boat.
But where in the world are pistachios such a delicacy that somebody is stealing tons of them and shipping them?
Probably France. We have a relationship with the French, so
you know
that's
what?
probably where it went.
Maybe if they make pistachio ice cream and you needed a lot of pistachios to make pistachio ice cream, that might be one. Or it might be like a fly-by-night company where you sell the red pistachios at the corner store or the bodega on the corner, and then you just staple them up in them ragtag bags, for $2 for $1.
Look, if you talking about, that's almost like you got making a drug sale with pistachios. You got to bag up 42,000 pounds of pistachios in little bags. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of work.
And pistachios are bulky. It's not like a peanut or a sunflower seed.
Exactly. Now, if you could take them to a plant where they could unshell them, then maybe. But no, that's a lot of nuts.
That's a lot of work. Okay, can we move on?
It's pistachios. T. Petty, they reportedly had a lab test on, let's just say it's a place where you could go get subs. And, you would get them like the underground. That would be the way that you would get these subs.
Got it.
In the tuna sub, there was reportedly no identifiable tuna in the tuna sub.
What?
Like no tuna DNA in the sub. So there's a thing like imitation crab meat. Is this like imitation tuna?
I don't know what the hell it is because it's not tuna. So first of all, nobody should be eating there anyway. It's fucking disgusting. Number one. Number two, that shit is all. Somebody's always getting sick from eating there, and they left the imitation crab or seafood or whatever the hell it is out all night. Apparently, people getting ptomaine poisoning and food poisoning. Like, listen, just stop going there. It's disgusting. Number one, and number two, they are serving y'all bootleg meat substances. Apparently, just stay away from there. Preserve your health. It's probably doing the same thing to you that those 12 energy drinks is doing, old boy.
Drees, the way that you get your subs is the largest franchiser with the most stores in the world. But according to this test, allegedly, no identifiable DNA of tuna in the tuna sub.
Let me say this. What maniac goes there and orders a tuna sub?
Not a maniac.
I mean, you have to be a maniac to go there and order a tuna sub.
Well, do you order something else there? Do you order there at all?
Listen, I can see you ordering like a chicken something, or even you can even do some of that, whatever that steak, whatever that is, T Patty, right? But you usually never do tuna or chicken salad from a place that is not known for seafood, right? Like you don't order tuna, and Nook, you just said it. They got one of the most locations in the entire world, which means
gross.
They got like locations everywhere. I'm talking about they tucked away in like in gas stations. They probably under bridges, just like they probably in back rooms of like whatever. They do not order the tuna salad from there.
That's crazy. On a real tuna note, I watch my fishing shows. The one where they catch tuna and the other one where they catch crab. These two guys caught a 2,000-pound bluefin tuna. The tuna was twice as tall and twice as big as the guys were. Two guys caught a 2,000-pound tuna. I absolutely, positively found that fascinating.
Do you know how much money that is? That's a gang of money.
I want to know how much. What's the going rate for
I got to look that up.
Yeah, so they've been having like you can only fish certain days, but let's just say that fish could easily be anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000, depending on the fat content. That's one of the major factors, and that it's not burned, right? Like the fish could struggle and burn up a little bit, so that impacts the quality of the meat. But you keep it on ice, chill it, bring it back to the dock. They check out the fat content, and that fish could be in Massachusetts today and in Tokyo getting sliced up for sushi tomorrow. So that's what's up.
Wow, 20 grand right there.
Exactly, for one fish. And they fish them one at a time with a hook and a reel, and I respect those dudes immensely. That's hard work. Drees, they out here talking about with the wings shortage that Wingstop is now talking about Thigh Stop. They encouraging their diners to eat chicken thighs and not chicken wings. What in the hell?
Oh my God! So
Thigh Stop.
Thigh Stop. Like, look, I like a good thigh. I ain't even gonna lie. I like a good thigh. It's almost like a breast, but it's juicier. So I like a thigh. But like, you can't replace a wing, right? A wing is tried and true. You can do so much to it. It's just what people expect. So this ain't gonna last long. It might be a substitute to get you by in between the little wing shortage, but they got to bring wings back. If not, they're gonna collapse.
T Petty, Thigh Stop.
Well, there's a wing shortage, so the prices on wings has steadily been going up. If y'all noticed. And lately it's just been like a shortage. So now everybody's like thighs are like the new wing. I don't know. Like it's just something about a chicken wing that's just hits the spot. However, I'm not going to turn down a leg or a thigh. I'll even eat a breast, even though it's not my first preference. But I don't know how that's going to play when your whole brand is built off of the word wing. So good luck to Wingstop.
And how many wings equal one thigh? Right? Is it because it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, is it? Mm-hmm. Or maybe they thinking about it.
It's not a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
The wings are smaller than the thighs.
Yeah, and plus the wings got the drumette and the flat part. So that's technically 2. They count that as 2. So if a thigh is like one thigh, does that equal 4 wings?
In terms of volume, probably.
They got these boats for the wings. I think you can get you like 4 thighs in one of them little boats. But I mean, what the other company gonna do? They gonna call it Buffalo Wild Thighs now? I mean, that just messes your whole marketing scheme
They
up.
got
Wild
the same
thighs.
ring.
Wild
Wild thighs. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Buffalo Wild Thighs. People think it's a totally different ass business. You put them commercials.
You
out.
bring like Tone Loc back
my
in,
God.
and then Wild thighs.
You wanna do the wild thighs? T Petty. Okay, so this is funny. 2 men were sunbathing butt ass naked on a beach in Australia.
Okay.
A deer came and startled them. They thought it was a person. So they ran into the woods and got lost. And then they was near the beach, and it was like a forest, like some woods off the beach. So a deer came and it startled them. So 2 butt naked ass men in the outback sunbathing, they got startled by the deer, ran into the woods, got lost. So eventually, like the Australian Wildlife Service had to come out and rescue them. They did get rescued, and they promptly sent them a bill for that rescue service. So this has many angles to it. First of all, why is you butt naked sunbathing with another dude? And then your ass got startled by a deer and got lost, and now you got the bill. T Petty.
So I'm calling bullshit. Why would you care if you butt ass naked on a beach? Why would you care if somebody saw you? You're in a public place. And why would you run into the woods far enough to get lost? Let's say, okay, you're especially bashful, but that doesn't even make sense when you're on a beach with your ass out. But you run into the woods, wouldn't you just run far enough in so they can't see your naughty bits? Why would you keep running to the point where you get lost? Like, some in the milk ain't clean. I'm calling bullshit, and they should have charged them for that because that's ridiculous. But that whole story doesn't make sense to me.
Drees, I think the missing factor in the story may be something called alcohol. Alcohol.
Yeah. You know, it's a lie. It's a lie. And I would not be surprised if both those men is married, because that sounds like a married man lie. Right there.
What, dumb?
Yeah, it's just dumb. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It don't add up. You try to explain it. You try to explain it to your wife. It's like, no, sir. That don't add up. So what had happened was,
but this story wasn't no better.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, what had happened was something bad went down that they was really embarrassed by, and it's like, look, we're gonna make up this story. This is what we're gonna say. We're gonna say we were sunbathing, and then the deer came and scared us, and we ran in the woods. And then the other person like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Until you
couldn't
start
even have
explaining
deer in Australia. Couldn't they have come up with a different animal that's actually scary? As many scary animals are in Australia, like a dingo.
That's
or something like that. A deer.
A wombat.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's just a bad lie.
Yeah,
They're just bad liars. I'm not even saying they was doing something illegal. It could have been something completely innocent, and they just was embarrassed by it. Something
why would
happened.
You lie about something innocent though? Because it wasn't innocent. They was doing something they ain't had no business. And then they made up a dumbass lie to try to cover it up.
Because you don't want the people to know how stupid you actually is. So you make up a lie and then you prove how stupid you are.
Look, we talked about Tone Loc on the wing thigh stop story, right? What did Tone Loc say? Ain't no plans with a man. I'm not going sunbathing with another dude butt ass naked. That is just
it just don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense.
Did you say it's not on the docket?
That is not on the docket. Not yesterday, not today, and not tomorrow. Hell no. I'm just saying that, like, I mean, what if something really had happened? Why is you butt naked sunbathing with a dude. What? That headline, I was like, what? And then they gotta get rescued. And you know, if you go down a ravine or something like that, and they gotta get that helicopter with that little boat, and then you butt naked with your junky junk all spinning around and getting blown about by the helicopter blade. And so, boy, they're gonna clown you.
Listen. Something happened where they had to ditch their clothes. That's all that was.
So that was
Something
my question.
happened where they had to ditch their clothes.
Did they find their clothes?
No, they ain't gonna never find them clothes because they probably burned them.
No. So here's my question. So maybe they were naked on the beach, fucking some other women.
Oh, you know what happened?
And then the girls took their clothes.
Let me tell you, that's what happened. They thought they was, but then the women ran off with their clothes. And then it's like, oh no.
Now that sounds like something stupid.
Yep. Yeah. That's probably exactly what happened.
That sounds about right.
They got rolled for their wallets, is what happened.
Yep, wallets and their clothes. And they can't say we got robbed and some women ran off with our clothes. They say, no, we're sunbathing and a deer chased us.
A deer.
T. Petty, I would like to give myself 1,865 points. You want to know why?
For what?
Our favorite St. Louis couple, the McCloskeys, who drew guns on protesters in St. Louis, pleaded to misdemeanor counts for brandishing.
Misdemeanors.
Yes, they pleaded down to misdemeanors for brandishing their weapons at protesters. They both will pay a fine. They will face no jail time. But I told you from the jump, them brandishing their weapons, even on their own property, that's a crime. So they have pled guilty to misdemeanors. I get the 1,865 points, but the McCloskeys, guilty. They pled guilty.
They are guilty. And plus, they're terrorists in the making. I haven't forgotten that there are other neighbors around there have been complaining about them for years because they're pieces of shit. So expect to see their names again because they're going to either get their ass whooped or, that reminds me of something else I want to talk about. But they're either going to get their ass whooped or going to be involved in something else equally stupid in the near future. Let's hope they don't kill nobody next time. Did they have to surrender their guns?
It was unclear in the case that they had to surrender their guns, but fine, no jail time. He's also an attorney, so they probably will not have to give up their guns. But, look, if they did it once, they do it again, and they may have to give up their guns in the future. So, we'll see what happens. Drees, the McCloskeys, no jail time, but they pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I don't like this one just simply because it was a misdemeanor and they pay a fine. So basically what that tells them is we can flash our gun at anybody as long as we're willing to pay the fine. Right? So that, I think is going to be just hard. I wish they would have came in with a felony. So
yeah. That's Dreesa's son. He's joined us on the podcast. It's our junior podcast.
He came in running in the room, just running around the room for no reason. I remember when I used to have energy like that.
He got a reason. He's 6. Reason. That's his reason.
Just running for no reason.
Yeah, energy is wasted on kids. We need to have it.
That's what's up. Drees, Soho Karen, this Maya Ponsetto. She's from California. Remember, she accused the black jazz musician's son of stealing her phone at the hotel. And then
I remember this. And then she
put her hands on him.
And she accosted him. That is correct. They found her phone later in the hotel. She has been charged with a felony hate crime.
Yeah, you can't go around tackling somebody over a cell phone, and if come to find out your cell phone in the hotel somewhere, that was one racist. That was also an assault. So that need to be a felony. So I agree with that one. And then she didn't seem like she showed any remorse. Like, oh my God, I've done something so horrible. It was a mistake. None of that. She didn't do none of that.
Zero. I hope.
You can't show remorse when you don't give a fuck about what you did. She didn't think she did anything wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
T. Petty, charged with a felony hate crime. That's not going to look too good on her record there.
It's about damn time because there's something wrong with her. In addition to being a racist, I think she's slow. So go ahead and charge her with that felony. She definitely put her hands on that young man. And so she needs to face the consequences because she assaulted him
And
while
my
being a
thing, too,
racist.
is even with the cell phone, right? A cell phone locks, so you can't get in it, right? Like you can't break into it. You gotta almost have a federal like agency with 3 letters break into the phone. Like you ain't just gonna just break into it. And 2, if you lose a phone, all your information is in the cloud. So you just go buy another and download all the information. So it ain't even about the phone. She just wanted to assault somebody.
She's not too bright. They should have charged her with stupidity as a felony, and they just could have just convicted her right there. No trial, no jury. But we'll see what happens and how this plays out in the court. That was some bullshit. That was absolutely crazy. T. Petty, this last one's for you. The Tour de France this summer. Last week, as a matter of fact.
Wait. Hold on. We're talking about Karens.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
Can
ma'am.
Can I insert a Ken story? A
Go
Chad
ahead.
story?
Go ahead. Chad 101. Hit us.
So, have y'all heard about this fool in New Jersey? Edward Matthews.
The guy that's screaming the racial epithets out of his
Go
house.
ahead, not at his house. He was at his neighbor's house. His black
Wait.
neighbor's
I haven't
house
heard this
called-
from T. Petty.
Okay.
You gotta explain.
So let's
this.
break it down. So apparently this dude is a menace to society in this neighborhood. This is not the first time that he's done this. But on this particular occasion, he was caught on video at his black neighbor's house calling him a nigger and a monkey. Going all off just off the hinges completely. And the black dude I don't know. I don't have that kind of patience, but he was like holding his hands up. So the dude was like chest bumping him too. But the black dude didn't knock him the fuck out like he should have. But at the end of like this 4 or 5 minute ordeal, dude is walking away. Whoever's recording, he turns around and says to them, "I'm Edward Matthews and I live at so-and-so and so-and-so. Come see me if you got a fucking problem." Well, when the video went viral and about 100 black people showed up at the address that he gave out, he said, "Come see me." And they said, "Say less." So they showed up protesting with signs. It remained peaceful until, it remained peaceful for a while. Then somebody started throwing stuff at old dude's house. The police came out. After some back and forth or whatever, they ended up arresting him for on a bias intimidation charge. And when they were taking him out to the police cruiser, he was being pelted with all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Bottles.
Wow.
Rocks, like all kinds of stuff. So, am I sorry that happened? I am not. That's better than what he deserved, because after he called that black man a nigger and a monkey, he should have knocked his ass out, because those are fighting words. And once you say that word to me, all bets are off and you get what you get. So, of course, he's released before he got arrested, the typical statement: "I was just angry. I'm not a racist. I'm ashamed of myself." Lying. I get angry all the time. That don't mean I go around calling people racial slurs and calling my neighbors monkeys. Like, what the fuck are you saying? Get them. No. So that is what has happened. That, I believe he got arrested yesterday. So I haven't had the time today to follow up and see if his dumbass has been released. But apparently he's been doing this to more than one of his black neighbors. So hopefully this will be the end of his foolishness. Maybe he'll move out, get evicted, whatever the fuck. But we were talking about Karens. I felt like we had to talk about Chad too.
Gotcha. No, totally unacceptable. Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, they sure did come see him.
They did. He invited them and they showed up.
Deep. So they handled that.
I'm going to send you the video, Dries.
It's
Please
crazy.
do.
It's crazy. Okay, T. Petty, this is the last one. Okay, so this is international. Again, we want to say what's up to our listeners in France. Tour de France. Big
Hey,
bike
y'all.
race. What's up, y'all? Bonjour. Every year they have the Tour de France. It's a big bike race. This lady got on and she had a sign. I think it was saying hello to her grandma and grandpa. It was written on cardboard, like one of them, come on, son, one of those signs, right? So she was like in the like she saw the camera and she got into the roadway where the bikes were coming and she caused like this big crash and like 20 bikes just like they all fell on each other. Nobody got injured, but a second here or a second there can be, the difference between victory and defeat. This lady was on the run for a week. They finally caught her, and they're going to charge her with some type of charge. I don't know what it is that she's going to be facing charges for, but she made people crash on this Tour de France, this leg of the Tour de France. She was on the run for a week, but they finally caught her. What in the hell?
I saw that footage.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell that broad was thinking. Like, it's not like she didn't see them coming. It was a straight road. It was flat. And she just stepped her dumb ass right into the middle of the lane and caused this crash. Like, she took them out like bowling pins. So, and then went on the run. That part was funny. Well, after I found out nobody was hurt, it looked like people were hurt. But then she went on the lam. It looked really, really bad. So they should charge her. She's a fucking menace to society. And what's probably going to end up happening is they're going to probably like close these tracks down or something, or like restrict access because it's pretty open. Like you just stand next to the road and cheer them on and stuff. I don't know if they're going to be making some changes to that for the rider's safety, but maybe.
Yeah. Dries, so, like when people run marathons and they stand to the side, but people race in the road, it's exactly like that. She knocked about 20 competitors out. So that means you got to go and get your backup bike or wait for it to come. And that messes with your time as far as the Tour de France is concerned. So hopefully it's not a deal where one apple spoils the bunch. But yeah, man, this lady caused a big crash at the Tour de France.
Yeah, well, I'm actually on this lady's side. I'm gonna take a different one. I'm actually on her side on this one because my thing is like, you mean to tell me you couldn't?
Contrarian.
No, I'm just saying you couldn't put up no rope or no little barrier because I would be thinking the same thing. It's like, well, people standing out here, they're in the way. What if I just kind of step up here a little bit? I got my sign.
Have you seen the video?
I've seen the video, but I was wondering.
That was her fault. She stepped her dumb ass out in the middle of the road. She wasn't at the side.
She did, T. Patty, but I was like, it ain't no ropes, it ain't no signs, it ain't nothing. And
you
all
got
the bikes
eyes. You don't need no fucking. Are you an adult?
They need something, and I tell you what.
No, they don't.
If I had caused that accident, I would have ran too. I would still be running because I ain't going to jail for no bicycles.
And you also couldn't come back home because your wife would say, your dumb ass can't come up in here.
Yeah, but like, can you imagine like going to jail? It's like, what you in here for? Bicycle pile up?
Well, like, no. If I'm going to prison, it's going to be for murder. It's going to be for something good.
Yeah, exactly.
She brought that on herself. She was stupid. It was nobody's fault but hers.
Man, look, nobody got seriously hurt. Yeah, some people might have lost the race. But you don't arrest our women for that and put her in jail.
Yes, you do.
She made some people fall off a bicycle.
Gotta make an example of her.
Exactly. How would you feel if you had trained for this event for a year and then here come this dumb bunny?
I would be like, race officials, you have failed to keep this course safe for me. I am going to the governing body, and it is y'all fault. It's not that lady. You just trying to blame it on that lady.
Because it was her fault.
So the whole racing thing, it's like, well, it wasn't our fault. Somebody got on the track.
It wasn't their fault. Because all the other people lining the course somehow managed to stay out of this road.
That's a dangerous sport. Right there. That's a dangerous sport. You can't protect the athletes.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
The Tour de France has been run since 1903.
But imagine this. If a fan in the stands got up and ran on the field and punched a football player in the face.
See, that's not going to happen.
On the sideline, right?
They're going to tackle them. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's the same thing. It's like, well, it's not fans' fault.
No,
you
not
be like,
exactly.
What in the heck was they doing in a stadium where a fan can come in there and punch a coach in the face?
No. Absolutely fucking not. We had this discussion about people assaulting NBA players. And not once did you say it's the NBA's fault because there's not plexiglass up between the spectators and the players. It's that person's fault for engaging in that behavior.
Fault. It's that person's fault.
And that's it.
That stadium and that security, they bear some responsibility too, T. Petty.
Sir, how many security
You got to protect athletes.
Oh, my God.
You got to protect them.
How you going to protect somebody from stupidity? Close the courts down completely to the public? Is that your solution?
See, even a rope wouldn't have helped because she would have been a habitual line stepper. Here's how the procession goes.
Literally.
You know how the NBA do it. You just gotta. The only reason you get down to the floor seats, you gotta be rich. So no poor people.
But poor people were not the ones that were assaulting these players, spitting on them and throwing drinks and shit. True. Those are the people so it has nothing to do with anything but people being stupid.
See, really quickly, this is how the procession goes. First it's the police. Then it's the TV crew, and she got caught between the TV crew and the bikers. And when she stepped on the road, boom, and she turned her back to the bikers. So again, she should be charged against crimes against humanity for stupidity. But yeah,
not crimes against humanity.
For stupidity. They should have an international trial on that. Damn.
I agreed.
Gotcha. All right, well, that is going to wrap it up for Digital Gumbo After Poddy number 11. Hope you're having a great and wonderful summer. Remember now on Apple Podcasts, depending on what version of software you have, you can follow the Digital Gumbo Podcast on all other platforms. You can download, subscribe, rate, and review today. That's right. Download, subscribe, rate, and review today. In the liner notes, I'll put in our social media handles and whatnot, Twitter, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. You can follow us. Got to pump up the YouTube TV channel a little bit as well. And what else was I going to say? I think that's it. I mean, you guys got anything before we go?
I got nothing. It's good to get back together, y'all. It's been a minute.
I know. That's right. Got to get back together face to face. We might got to have
maybe for our 50th.
Our 50th is coming up.
We got to get our game plan together, make sure that the drink is taken care of, make sure that the food is right, so.
And make sure y'all don't pregame too much. Don't be getting on the mic slurring and shit.
No. Well, that might...
You don't feel good for that.
Right, with them damn nookie readers.
I did both the after pod and the main pod sober today, so I'm good.
Kudos, friend.
Yeah, thank you. I can't promise that that's going to happen on the 50th, but, there's room for improvement.
Hopefully
that's
not.
The biggest room in the world, and I'm sitting right in the center.
That's right, and that's a line from who? My daddy.
Here it is.
Thanks, Daddy Patty.
That's what's up. All right, y'all, be safe, be well, continue to mask up, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe and the whole 9 yards. And we will see y'all next time on the next episode of the Digital Gumbo Podcast. We love y'all. We out. Peace.
We out.
Everybody.
Bye, y'all.
The Digital Gumbo Podcast contains language that's